The Heroes and the Hidden by Kitty Cat on AO3. Episode 24. Chapter 22. Can't Replace My Blood. Dobby throws one of his towels at Izuku, who catches it quickly. The kid looks up at him, confused, tilting his head like a dog. What's this for? He folds the towel slowly, losing warily at Dobby. You need a bath, kid, Dobby states, pulling up his hoodie and putting a face mask on, grabbing his ring of keys and swirling them on his fingers. You stink. Bad, he added, grabbing a bag of soaps. Izuku frowns, running a hand through his hair, getting caught in clumps of blood and knots. Maybe you're right, he murmurs, standing up slowly. The kid had yet to get too close to him besides the nightmare earlier in the day. He always seemed ready to bolt from where he stood, feet trained towards an exit. Dobby scoffed, walking towards the exit he preferred, and unlatching the lock of the window before throwing it open. Trust me, kid. You do. He steps through the window, stepping to the side as the kid follows. He quickly steps past Dobby, back up against the metal railing, shivering as his bare feet hit the cold metal. He glances around at the broken fire escape and nearby roofs, closing his eyes as the cold breeze hits his face. Shit, kid. Dobby curses, stepping back into the apartment and grabbing a ripped pair of sneakers. He stepped back out, tossing the shoes at Izuku's feet. I don't have extra socks, but it'll be better than nothing. He latches the window closed as Izuku steps into the large shoes, frowning as they flop on his feet. How do we get down? Izuku asks, looking at the rusted and cracked stairs fearfully. We climb. Dobby responds, stepping over the railing and slowly moving down it, hanging off of it before he drops to the next landing. Just take it slow, okay? He watches as the kid tries to copy him, but his hands slip and he plummets past Dobby, hitting the pile of trash bags below. Dobby crackles, dropping down, rolling onto his back to limit the shock before reaching a hand out to the kid. The kid curls up, refusing Dobby's hand, as he slowly pushes himself up. Old food scraps and trash now cling to the boy, making Dobby laugh again. You do need a cleaning. Izuku frowns, tucking his hand into the large front pocket of the pastel hoodie and dropping his head. Dobby can see his eyes flame up, red, as he avoids his gaze. Don't worry, kid. It comes with time. He starts off through the alley, rolling his shoulders as the kid follows. His two large shoes crack loudly on the floor as the kid tries to keep up, scanning the alley and streets as they pass. He can see a few people rushing home from work, double look at the two kids with towels wrapped over their shoulders before promptly ignoring them. This was one of the good things about living in such a bad part of town. No one truly cared what happened. Shit. Dobby mumbled, grabbing the kid by the sleeve and pulling him into another alley. The kid yanks away, staring up at him, frowning. What the hell is Death Arms doing here? He asked, running a hand through his hair, trying to think of a way past without gathering attention. The fucking heroes always like to intervene in things that didn't concern them. Izuku's face lights up as he tries to peek around the corner. He stands on his toes, trying to move past Dobby to see. What the hell are you doing, kid? Izuku tried to duck under Dobby's arm before he grabbed the hoodie, preventing Izuku from pushing past. I want to see him. I've never seen his fighting style in person. He responds excitedly and loudly. Dobby can hear the hero walk towards them, cursing again. He cannot see us, Izuku, he explains, grabbing the kid and pulling him towards the fire escape, helping him clamber up. Why not? Izuku whispers, refusing Dobby's help as he follows, before ducking down. The hero pauses in the alley, looking around as he cracks his neck. His quirk, strong arms, allows him the ability to lift such heavy items that machinery usually would have to do. He tends to wanting to fight on the front lines, throwing trash cans and rubble at offenders' heads. It was a bad use of his quirk in Izuku's opinion. Many quirks would be useful for taking down offenders like he did. He should be using his quirk in the rescue field, like that of the Hero 13. The ability to remove big pieces of rubble to find injured persons would be needed. He would be able to stabilize the building while other heroes worked on removing the injured. If he... Dabi throws a hand over Izuku's mouth, making him jump. Shh! He holds a finger to his mouth, slowly removing his hand. Izuku shivers, his heart beating too loud at the sudden and unexpected touch. He tries his best to breathe and ground himself, but the heat that radiates off Dabi makes him shiver again. It's too similar to Bakugo's. It's too similar to Masaru. Izuku was going to get burned again. He was going to have to face his mother, looking at him sad. He didn't want to get burned. He didn't even notice rolling up his sleeves and letting his nails scratch at the scapes and scars that already covered his arms, letting the familiar feeling ground him. He wasn't floating away. He wasn't going to be burned. His mom was dead. He didn't have to worry about her being upset. She wouldn't see him again. And he had to make sure of that. He cries as he scratches, crumbling to the floor of the stairs landing. Dabi is silent beside him, letting him cry and scratch as much as he needs to. It's silent for some time, save for the sounds of children's breath in the alley. Hey, kid. Dabi finally breaks the silence, crouching to match Izuku's height. We need to keep going. Izuku shuts its eyes, breathing heavily, as he lets his hands fall. The sleeves roll back down. He nods, shakily standing to his feet, and slowly walking down the stairs, back to the sidewalk. You're fucked, kid. Dabi whistled behind him, placing his hand in his pockets. Izuku laughs through the tears, sniffling. I guess. He murmurs, pulling up the hood of his jacket. He could feel Dabi's piercing gaze on his back, but ignored it as he looked both ways in the street. Death Arms was nowhere to be seen. Dabi snorted, taking the lead, and counting down the streets to their destination. Okay, alright. So, give me a second while I'm fixing my mic. This was not... I really hope that Dabi ends up keeping Izuku, or at least that Dabi is the one... Oh my god, I have the remote control. My siblings have been fighting because they don't know where the remote control is. And they say that, they lost it, and I've started a whole war out there, basically. And it turns out, I had it the whole time. Oh my. And instead of admitting to it and telling them that I have it, I'm gonna put it underneath the couch. And then, when they ask me to search for it again, I will go and I will look for it. But I will find it and I will say, look at what we have here. And it'll be a whole scene. Because I told them to just look. And they didn't look. But turns out, I was wrong the whole time because it was there. It was there. I also can't make this necklace look nice. Daughter. I have that song stuck in my head. I bought pearls for a wedding I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to a wedding. It's gonna be fun. Because it's a wedding to my cool aunt. But whatever. Anyways, I'm the problem. Anyways, Dabi. Izuku. I know I went missing for 2 days. That might happen from time to time. I get overwhelmed. I'm starting to slowly burn out, but I'm fine. I'm good. But as I was saying, Dabi, what is, you're not gonna abandon this poor sweet baby, are you? Please tell me you're not. So the next part of this chapter, because I split it in two, is Toshinori's side, letting the cool salt air run over his face as the water slowly lapped at his feet. It's a Toshinori. Look, I don't hate All Might. It's just certain fanfictions make me hate him, right? And in this fanfiction, I hate him. There's another fanfiction where I don't hate him, and he's dating Inko, and Izuku views him as a father because Inko and Toshinori got together when, Izuku was like 5 or 6. But this is not this fic. So, I hate Toshinori. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.